Yeezy Day 2023 was everything that we expected, and that includes it not being the last of Yeezy releases we'll be seeing. In the recent Yeezy Day, we saw pretty much everything we expected, and that included all of the pairs we discussed, all the release methods, and the fact that it would last the entire day. In fact, the Pirate Black Yeezy 350 was actually the following day. Anyway, one thing we have been highlighting throughout this is that Adidas specifically alluded to there being future Yeezy releases. In their words, they were under consideration. In other words, they're definitely going to be releasing more. It's an obvious win-win situation for them if you analyze it. They get to uphold a positive public image by donating a portion of proceeds to charities, while also avoiding taking a complete loss on all the already produced product. There would be absolutely zero logical reason to not continue dropping the rest of the stock. This first Yeezy Day of 2023 had around 700,000 pairs sold and over $170 million in revenue generated. Kanye himself made $25 million from that 15% royalty alone. All parties won, things played out as everyone, including Adidas, expected. There will be more Yeezy restocks and new Yeezy releases soon. We've already been seeing lots of leaks. So now the questions that remain are precisely what pairs and how early could this be starting? The initial rumors were that the next Yeezy Day could be as early as the end of the month, this month. I cannot confirm this, and I don't believe that this is the case myself. However, I do think that towards the end of next month, we very well might see some. It is also possible that we might see a different approach to these other pairs with more individualized releases, in which case they could be scattered. At the moment, I believe they will be sticking with this same format of multiple Yeezy products dropping on the same day, however, at least for Adidas, and we'll discuss why I'm saying that a little later. And those of which would be precisely the same release methods as we already witnessed. When it comes to these Adidas confirmed releases, we could expect lots of draws, both long and short, some with lots of notice, some with very short notice shock drops. We should see some exclusive access drops too, those of which do tend to go pretty quickly. Specifically, it would certainly be the most limited and consequently most profitable pairs which would drop through these methods. Those, of course, you need to be very fast to acquire. Last drop, I was tweeting out all the links to you guys for the drops, and tons of you guys were able to cook, so if you haven't already, make sure you are following my Twitter, not just for those updates, but for any types of shock drops, etc. However, it would be ideal to try to get an Adidas app monitor. This way, you're always able to get the notifications as soon as they instantly go live without any delay. Endurance does offer an Adidas app monitor, as well as custom developed monitors for every single other website that you could imagine for any type of profitable product, which goes far beyond just sneakers. And of course, monitors are only one of the many features that Endurance offers, so I really do encourage you guys to at least check out the Twitter and website with the link in the description for just a minute, and you could join now for a limited time. But now, in terms of specifically what pairs we'll be seeing next, like last time, it'll be a combination of restocks of already released pairs as well as some new pairs. So first, an image has been floating around regarding the rumored pairs for next drop, but the keyword here is just rumors. Now, there is quite a lot of validity to a lot of these pairs, especially some of the new pairs, those of which we've already been seeing leaks for. Now, as for the other pairs, such as the Yeezy boots, the reason these are rumored to be returning is actually because there really is stock loaded for these already, and more on the Adidas endpoint. And that same endpoint does appear to be valid, because it had stock for all of the pairs that we saw already released before the release. However, what's not talked about, some of the other PIDs that this also applies to. For example, BB1840 has stock loaded for it too. Now, this is the Yeezy Boost 750 light gray glow in the dark. Now, I'm pretty skeptical that these will actually release, but of course, I can't say for certain. My main point here is that I don't think we should run with this info just because these endpoints have stock loaded on them, because if this is the case, then it's very possible we might see those Yeezy 750s return as well, which it might be possible, but we'll have to see, of course. Another example would be for IG8188, which is the Adidas Yeezy Boost 950 Pirate Black. Yeah, there is stock loaded for them, but I don't know if that means they're actually going to drop. We'll of course see. Some others include the 950 Chocolate and Foam Runner Ochre. One that makes a lot more sense, which does have stock loaded, is HQ2059, which is the Yeezy 350 Granite. This is a new release that we've been seeing leaks of for a while now. It would make a lot of sense that these do drop, of course. Another that makes a lot of sense is the Yeezy Slide Granite for the same reason. Stock is loaded for these too. One of the more interesting ones that has stock loaded though is the Yeezy 350 Turtle Dove. Of course, you guys should recall that these re-released last year for the first time during Yeezy Day 2022, but I definitely would not be surprised if this is one of the pairs that ends up restocking too. Now, as for some other leaks that I don't have much info on myself, but I'm pretty sure we will eventually be seeing, first, we got a few MX pairs courtesy of Yeezy Influence, along with some of the pairs we already mentioned and some restock pairs. A more interesting leak from them is for the Yeezy 350 Ash, which appears to be an all gray. However, according to them, these may actually be releasing as late as holiday season this year, which could imply that perhaps we might be seeing a lot of these Yeezys releasing as late as that. Even more interesting, it appears we might be seeing some Yeezy 450 slides. I don't know how I feel about these, but assuming retail is low, there should be good opportunity to profit with these, whether you think they're ugly or not. And they also recently made a post regarding some of the Yeezys apparently hitting retail stores too. So perhaps these restocks will eventually extend beyond Adidas, which is certainly something we didn't expect initially. I'll of course have to keep you guys updated on this. Private Selection also leaked a new colorway of slides that we may potentially be seeing. And interesting for these, it appears that the texture is also slightly different. I'm sure there are many more produced pairs that we have not seen leaks for yet, but should be releasing too. Those of which, of course, I'm going to keep you guys updated for too, but as of today, that's all I have for you. Remember, you could join Endurance with the link in the description below for a limited time, and you could also purchase Gargantua with the link in the description for a limited time, and we also just added an auto checkout module for drop NFTs, which are frequently profitable with pretty solid margins. Subscribe to stay 100% updated on Yeezy releases and any other hype sneakers. With that said though, have a fantastic rest of your day, and of course, good luck on these upcoming releases.